Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Jays Way. Chris here with Daniel.
Hello?
Hey, and there's reports right now that the Jays are going in on Blake Snell, which is kind of strange and something I did not think was going to happen this offseason because, we need hitting. We don't really need pitching, but you know what? I mean, Buddy's won two Cy Youngs, so I'll take it.
That's probably the last person I would thought the Jays would be in this offseason if you asked me at the start. Actually, no, that's a lie. Honestly, Otani, I thought we had no chance for, and I mean, look what
Wow.
happened.
Look at
But
that. Second place.
like you said, Blake Snell is so random. I
Yeah.
have I know why we're going after him. He's a good pitcher, but
Mhm.
we also need hitting, like you said. So it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but I mean, Blake Snell was like literally like the best pitcher in baseball last year, so like he'll look pretty solid on the Blue Jays if he does end up signing here. Just looking at the Baseball Savant right now, he was first in the league in pitching run value. He was first in the league in breaking run value, and he was 99th percentile in off-speed run value. So his pitches are just absolutely insane. He's 98th in whiff percentage, 94th in K percentage. But the one thing he's really, really bad at is limiting walks. He walks a
Mm.
lot of guys. And by a lot, I mean a lot of guys.
Well, the good thing with Toronto is we have the secret pitching guru in the name of Pete Walker.
Yeah, he tends to
And
fix lefties, which is really cool.
yeah, and I mean, someone by the name of Robbie Ray had the same problem when he came here, and then
Yeah.
came here and proceeded to win the Cy Young. So, I
Yeah.
mean, he's already won a Cy Young,
He's won two Cy
so
Youngs. This guy's won
he's won
two.
two Cy Youngs. So it's looking really good. Um,
Yeah.
like we talked about, the Jays need hitting. So the reason I don't know, my theory is if the Jays get Snell, they'll lock him up. Like from whatever I saw, it was 6 years, 240 is what he kind of wants.
Yeah.
Um, which is a big boy contract. But if
Definitely
we
is.
get him, that then opens us able to trade pitching, which there's a lot of teams that need pitchers that we could get some hitters off. Twins, for example. I know the Jays have been rumored with them for trades. Miami
Mhm.
Marlins recently with Luis Arias. I mean, they need a pitcher. Sandy Alcantara's out for the entire season. Those are just two teams off the top of my head, Chris, that need some
Yeah.
pitching that we could get a bat from. And if we have an
Because
extra pitcher to spare,
like a
yeah,
Kikuchi or a Manoa, because Kikuchi's on the last year of
yeah,
his deal, so he's perfect trade bait right now.
yeah,
As much as
Kikuchi,
I would
Manoa
hate to see
too.
him
like.
go. I love
I know.
Kikuchi,
I'd
but
hate to see you Cy Young go. I know
yeah,
Gage
you
for it
Sion.
to be crushed, but
Oh, I'm devastated. I had to change my fantasy name if Kikuchi goes. But yeah, Blake Snell would be a solid number two, I think, in our pitching rotation behind Gosman. The thing is, I wouldn't put Blake Snell as the ace because he
no.
pretty much only throws five innings and then he's done. And then because then you got to fill out basically that next half of the game with either a reliever or like a swingman or something. So that is a little bit of trouble with that. You have a Blake Snell, but if I mean he won the Cy Young doing it last year, so it's clearly not the worst problem to have.
I mean, like this is kind of rare with the Jays out. We do like to see the Jays in high pressure situations take their
Yeah,
pitchers out after 5 innings, right? Like for whatever reason, that's their strategy.
for real.
And there's analytic guys and people who will tell you their own like they have the reasons behind it. Whatever. Blake Snell fits that model. I mean, he'll give you 5 innings of quality baseball, probably 9 out of every 10 starts, right? And
Yeah.
then it's up to the bullpen to shut down, which the Jays bullpen has not been bad the last couple years. Let's be real. Like it's been a pretty
No,
decent
it's been
bullpen.
pretty good. Yeah, it's been actually pretty solid. And
Which
one thing about Blake Snell is also like he gets a lot of strikeouts.
yeah.
And he doesn't give up hits. So if we do sign Blake Snell, we can like really afford to put a bad outfielder in the outfield like a Soler or Jock or a JD Martinez out there because Blake Snell, the 2 years he's won a Cy Young, he was in the fives per hits per nine, which is actually kind of crazy because every other year he has won a Cy Young, he's been seven plus. So if we can get like 5 hits per nine with Blake Snell, like who needs defense, right? Like he'll strike out most batters in the league. He'll walk probably the most batters in the league and he'll give you a Cy Young, which would be kind of crazy. He was
Now
82% better than pitch
oh
average
wow.
last year. Yeah,
I was gonna
according
say
to stats.
now it does say in I think it was Bob Nightingale
Yeah,
reported it
it
that
was
the
Boop. It was
Jays are
Boop
just
Nightingale.
monitoring the situation.
Yes.
So no real like interest in it, just means they're kind of over the market. Um I do think Snell goes somewhere else, not gonna lie. But we could see the
Yeah.
Jays get desperate and be like, we have to make a move this offseason. right? Like to keep the fans engaged. Because like we've talked about many times on this channel, Ross Atkins and Mark Power are in hot waters with the fans here.
They
Not
are, yeah.
99% of fans do not like him here, especially
Yeah,
after the Barrios thing, especially after the Gosman thing the year before, especially after not addressing hitting yet. Like they're just building up a
yeah,
resume to be
trading
hated.
Teo and
Yeah,
Gurriel and then trading Moreno for Varsho, like little bit of iffy thing, but I do think overall we did end up winning the Teoscar trade, considering now he's a Dodger and we still have Swanson and Mako, I think his name is.
Mako. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so let's take a look at what would this rotation look like. So obviously Kevin Gosman's the ace. I'd probably put Barrios as the 2, and then I'd slot Blake Snell as the 3. Then we got Chris Bassett as the 4, and then we got Kikuchi, Manoa, or Tiedemann as the 5, which is kind of gross, not gonna lie. That's a
Yeah,
disgusting
that
rotation.
I mean that top three, Chris. I think you kind of said it the best. Like Gosman's undisputed the number one here.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for years. Gosman is the number one here.
He's so
Um,
underrated. Like there was
I'm finally
MLB
happy
wasn't
people are starting to realize how gross Gosman is because he is
except the
disgusting.
MLB. Did you see
Yeah,
their top 10 pitcher rank? He's not even
yeah.
on
I
it.
don't
I'm
know
like,
how he
what
was
are they
not on
doing?
it. That is
Like they put like
mind.
Logan
Yeah,
Gilbert on there, but like not Kevin Gosman. Like how does that make sense?
that is yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's
like what
another
are they
topic.
doing?
But
Yeah,
Gosman's
for
number
real.
one, and then you have the three-headed monster in Barrios, Snell, and Chris Bassett, who can kind of be interchangeable between the three. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
Bassett's your second, but if Bassett was your second, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? He's still a very good arm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Bassett at some points last year was like throwing
Yeah.
complete games. Like bro was going absolutely insane. And then
He also
what
kind of
happens?
counteracts. I like your idea of putting Snell in front of Bassett because they're complete opposite pitching. Like Snell goes 5 or 6 innings and that's it.
Yeah.
Bassett will give you 8 innings, quality,
And he
right?
has like
So it,
12
it
different
allows the
pitches.
bullpen to re-energize.
Yeah, it does for sure. But then what would happen also if Manoa goes back to even close to what he did in 2022? What if Ricky Tiedemann comes up and is as gross as we think he is? What do we do
It's
at
a
that
lot of
point?
it's a good problem to have. Too much pitching is a good problem to have, not gonna lie.
Oh,
But
exactly. And
now the Jays got to make a decision of who they want to trade, assuming we get Snell.
yeah, but I also
I
think
really do think if they get Snell, I don't think
injuries.
Manoa comes back this year. I think he gets traded, and I
Really
also think
interesting.
Kikuchi gets traded.
I think Kikuchi would. I don't think Manoa would get traded.
I think I'm on this bandwagon. I think he goes to Miami and they get Luis Ariz. That's what I'm saying.
That'd be a dope trade. I'd kind of like that. Not gonna lie. But also don't forget, there's probably going to be an injury in the rotation this year because we didn't
Yes.
have one. Well, a major one last year. I think we had like a couple days off for somebody, but we didn't have like a 6 month, 2 3 month injury from a good pitcher last year besides Manoa. But whatever.
Yeah, I
Um,
also don't think Tiedemann will start this year in the majors. I think he'll be the guy that comes up if there is a major injury. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
he'll be in the minors, the start at
yeah, for
least.
sure.
But I
But
feel
it's a good
like
problem
Tiedemann
to
would be
have,
gross.
Chris. Like the Jays, it's funny. The Jays, for as long as we've watched, have always been offense, offense, offense. Pitch. Let's just outscore our opponents, right?
That's so much more fun. That is so much more
And
fun.
now it's flipped. It's let's try to get a couple runs, but let's shut them down for 9 innings. Which I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, see, I like hitting. It's so much more entertaining winning like a 7-8 ball game than a 2-1 ball game. Unless it's like double no hitters, those are crazy. But yeah, I miss winning 7-5 every single game or something fun like that. Instead of I want a 3-run home run instead of like a 12 strikeout game from a pitcher, which is electric by the way. But if I can have like a 3 home run game from Vlad, I'll take that any day of the week.
Well, I'll be honest, Chris. As long as
Hmm.
the Jays keep winning, I don't care. As long as the
Yeah, for
Jays
real.
win,
Just
we're
make the
happy
playoffs.
fans here.
Yeah.
With that being said, guys, let us know what you think down below about the whole Blake Snell situation here. Could it happen? Could it
Yeah, it's
not
kind of
happen?
weird.
Who knows? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys all next time. Bye.